I think we are live. How's it going, everybody? My name is Jose Trujillo. I am an artist, and I want to be able to share a little bit of value with you guys here on Instagram. Just a little bit of value. Hopefully it's a lot to some of you. And here we go. I want to talk to you about the most important thing in your art career. As an artist, as a full-time artist, as a part-time artist, whatever, you're trying to make it as an artist, whatever that means to you, right? Success is subjective, right? Who knows? Success to you could be different than success to me and to another 100 million people, right? So what I want to talk about here is, whatever you look at success, I hope that you get there, but I want to share with you something that helped me start achieving the success for me, right? So I hope this makes any sense, and I hope that you guys get some value out of this. So here we go. The number one thing for your career, I believe the only thing that truly matters is to show up. Show up, baby. That's really the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Are you on Etsy? Are you selling stuff on Etsy? Show up. Show up. Are you on eBay? Show up. Do you have a studio where you have to create artwork because, I don't know, you sell to local designers or you do art shows or whatever? Show up. The most important thing, number one most important thing, is to show up. This is like, I can't express this enough. I can't express this enough. I've been doing some coaching calls with artists, and this is the number one thing that keeps popping up. What do I do? How do I do it? Show up. That's the number one thing. Now, let me get my little coffee here. I'm gonna wave at some people. Boom, boom, boom. Now I want to be very clear with you guys. Okay? If you do this, if you just start showing up, things are gonna change for you. If you want to set your career on fire, if you want things to really start popping for you, you need to show up. You need to show up aggressively. You need to be hitting whatever it is that you're hitting, whether it be Instagram, right? Whether it be Facebook, whether it be your galleries, a gallery show, right? Aggressively. You need to punch one after another. And this is where most people lose the game. This is where most people lose the game. People show up and they're like, man, I've been showing up, and then they kind of slack. And then they show up and they kind of slack. So some people actually do show up all the time. The thing is that it still doesn't create enough momentum, enough traction, enough anything, because there isn't enough numbers. The reality is that we've underestimated how much we need to show up. But the number one thing is you need to show up. You're not going to get here, you're not going to show up aggressively if you don't show up at all. The first thing is that you need to start showing up. Okay? There's only two steps really, guys. Number one, you show up. Once you learn how to show up, you're showing up every day. You're showing up every day. You're creating artwork. You're visiting a gallery. You're calling someone. You're sending an email. Whatever, you show up, right? You show up. You start showing up in various ways. It could be sending a postcard. It could be making a video like this. It could be a little reminder, a DM, a text message, something. It doesn't matter. You start showing up. You show up. Someone says, I like your painting. Oh, thank you so much. Look, by the way, you send them a little image of what the painting would look like if it was framed, or the measurements of the painting, or if you made the painting and you recorded yourself, you can send them a little video. Look, here's how I painted it, or whatever. It doesn't really matter as long as you make contact with them, again, because you want to show up. This is the number one reason why artists can't make it. This is the number one reason, and no one's talking about it. Everyone's like, oh, you got to make sure your paintings are well painted and this and that. No, the number one reason is you need to show up. And after that, number two, refer to number one, okay? Go back to number one, but go hard at it. aggressively. Number one, you show up. Number two, go back to number one. You have to show up, but show up aggressively. And what does aggressively mean? I don't know. I don't know what aggressively means. It's different to everybody. Maybe you only want to, I don't know, make a couple of $1,000 a month, right? You still need to, either way, you still have to show up aggressively, even just for a couple of $1,000, right? Maybe you want to sell a couple of $1,000. I don't know. Aggressively could be you send out, I don't know, 50 emails a day, 10 phone calls a day, right? 50 emails plus 10 phone calls plus, I don't know, 10 postcards plus 10 walk-ins. You go walk and visit someone. 10 DMs, 10 text messages. It could be that you make a painting and put it in 10 different places, right? Every single day, 10 different places, and a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and this and that. It could be that it actually is the whole thing together. But it could be 10, right? It could be 10 different actions. If you want to make more than that, you're going to have to multiply those 10 by 10. It has to be probably around 100 phone calls, 100 emails, 100 postcards every single day, 100 DMs. You know, if you want to make more than that, it's probably going to be 300. It's the only difference in the income, guys. I learned this early on in my career. The only difference, the little line right here, between a couple of $1,000, maybe $1,000 or so, right, and about 10K a month. The only little difference right here, the only little difference, it's the numbers in which you're doing it. That's the only difference. Same thing right here. You want to get to 100K a month, from 10K to 100K a month. The only difference, again, it's the numbers in which you're doing it. Maybe here you're showing up and you're like, man, I'm going to go talk to someone. And you do, I don't know, one or two times per day, right? Right here, you're probably going to have to do it 10 times to maybe, I don't know, 30 times per day, right? Right here, you're going to have to do probably 100 to 300 times per day. It really, there is no magic sauce. It's just showing up. Now, you do need to know how to do these things, right? If you don't, I don't know, like either figure it out or schedule a phone call with me, a coaching call, and I'll show you how to do those things. But you do need to know how to reach out. You do need to know certain things, and if you don't know them, you need to start learning that. But it's the only difference. The bridge between a couple of $1,000 or maybe $500 a month or whatever to more income as an artist. The little bridge right here, it's the numbers in which you're doing things. Just audit yourself. Look at what you're doing. Look how many times you're posting something. Look how many stores you have. Do you just have one store and do you post one little thing every day? Then this is what you're getting at best, right? This is what you're getting at best. Are you doing that? Are you multiplying that times 10, times 20, times 100? It might sound like, oh my God, it's too much, but it really isn't. It really isn't. It's all according, right? It's accordingly. If you're going to do more, obviously, you're going to have to need more help, right? You're going to need help. To do this, it's very hard to do it by yourself. You're going to need help, right? You're going to need more help. You're going to need, if you want Instagram to work, this is something that I've learned. If you want Instagram to work, it's not going to be one little post or one little, hey, how's it going? It's got to be 200, 300, 500 times a day until it gets blocked for 2-3 days, and then you go back at it again. You know, your account gets blocked for like a couple of days, or like you're sending too much messages. It doesn't matter. That's what it takes. Then you figure out what is too much, right? Where to keep it at. But that's the way it is, guys. I just wanted to share that with you, and I gotta get some breakfast. My name is Jose Trujillo. I'm an artist, and I hope that I brought some value to you. Again, if you're thinking about coaching, getting some coaching from an artist, I am offering coaching now, and it's $300 an hour. And I mean, it'll be the best investment you've made, hands down. It's just going to be the best investment you've made, because I'm going to show you how to unlock that. A lot of artists, they paint well. Look, I get it. You paint well. You've mastered your craft. And now it's time to get it out. It's time to get it out into the world, and it's also time to start getting compensated for your work. All right? Take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon.